so use the hashtag new. Okay, and if anybody asks you what you're doing up over here, around here, down here, be sure to let them know. We're just drinking and everything's allegedly. Even my name's allegedly. And y'all better be in the wine glass. Okay? What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? Sorry I'm late. I was getting cussed out on X. 5 minutes before the show started, Jasmine was trying to monitor me, but you know when somebody bat me in a corner, I'm like, oh no, I'm like this. I'm like this. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to back me up in a corner over there on eggs. I said, hold on, who you talking to? What's wrong with? Anyway, how y'all doing, y'all? Listen, we actually got 3 shows for y'all, okay? We got a lot of content tonight, okay? Definitely going to be discussing Bright McKnight versus Julie McKnight and Jaguar Wire. Also going to be discussing parts of Nakia Holmes from the Turkey Leg Hut. Houston, stand up, because I got a bone to pick with y'all, okay? Houstonians, all right, because I didn't even know y'all get down like that round there, okay? Also going to be discussing Sweetie and Maybach Mays. There's a continuation on to the, I guess, the alleged, and I want to highly emphasize alleged. Everything's alleged, even my name's alleged. Escort, Madam Services, okay? We did reach out to Maybach Mays ourselves, okay, to ask some questions because she's the one that's gotten all this started about the girls around here selling coochie. Okay, and we just had questions for the alleged madam, okay? Actually, she may be watching tonight because she was like, I see you going live tonight about me. I said, yes, ma'am. So it's important that we have a statement. We have the source, okay? And so, yes, we're definitely going to be discussing that. Also going to be discussing Kim Zolciak, okay? And actually put Kim Zolciak towards the end. Move some people up. There's a reason for that, okay? There's a reason for that. And much, much more, okay? And then we got on Tasha K Live. We also got the Ray J and A1 interview exclusively premiering tonight on TashaKLive.com. You do have to subscribe. It's just 40 cents a day, guys. 40 cents a day. You get up in there, you want to pause. That's fine. You can pause. It's all good, okay? Ain't nobody stopping you, but you can watch what you want to watch. We also got movies and documentaries and things like that over there. Cat Williams' interview is still #1 over there right now, okay? He got y'all all y'all panties in boxes in a bunch. He giving y'all all wedgies, Cat Williams' brother, okay? And much, much more. And then we also are going to be discussing Nakia Holmes in detail because there's some graphic images that we have, okay, that no one has. I mean, they got the after picture, but they don't have the full story. And we warned them about this months ago, and everybody ignored me, including her. Including her. This is what hood rats do, okay? And so listen, without further ado, guys, you guys know that we have to take a moment to thank the sponsors. And so we're going to take our time to do that, give some more people some time to get on up in here and get comfortable, get your wine, get your liquor, get your weed, get your meth, whatever it is that you do. We do not discriminate up over here, okay, as long as you ain't touching no children, all right, and beating no old people, all right? We got some sponsors we need to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass to. We'll be right back after the break. Let's go, okay?
Government shutdown is here, and it is already impacting federal workers, and it's going to impact you too. Essential workers like TSA, FBI agents, military, they're going to continue to work and eventually be paid when a deal gets worked out. The non-essential workers, like unfortunately some of my friends that work for the Department of Justice, have been furloughed, meaning they're not going to get paid from now until a deal is reached in Congress, and that's money they can never make back. And for the rest of us, what does that mean? It means delays. I already have court cases that are being continued and delayed because the government is a party. There's just gonna be delays throughout the federal government. And to the people that are not receiving paychecks, of course you can give me a call. I'm easy to get in touch with. Phone number is 954-637-0000.
Remember I was telling y'all about the lubricant? Y'all hear in all my videos, the lube that I always use. This is it right here. It's Wet Kitty. This is what it look like. Wet Kitty, Wet Kitty, Wet Kitty. If you're having vaginal dryness, she got you. Wet Kitty is that girl. It mimics the vaginal fluids. It is odorless, colorless, tasteless. It does not cause vaginitis. It does not dry up and get sticky. Again, it's that girl. Officiallypleasure.com. And yes, I recommend this to my patients. I recommend this to all the girls.
Farm to School Conference located in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It starts December 1st through 4th, and it's going to have over 1,500 educators, parents, chefs, and things like that that are implementing changes right now in our children's nutrition at the schools, meaning healthier school lunches. I'm excited to meet Ron Finley, the gangster gardener. I've been following him for years. He's going to be this year's keynote speaker, and I want to let you know that tickets are on sale and they're going fast. And so listen, if you care like I care and you are tired of having to pack lunches every day, especially if we're tax-paying citizens, then put your money where your mouth is and be in Albuquerque, New Mexico, December 1st through December 4th. Get your tickets now before they're sold out, okay? Decision makers are going to be at this conference implementing changes in schools across America. So don't wait. Grab your ticket right now at farmtoschool.org/conference. Use my coupon code TashaK25 to get 25% off your ticket. Winos, I'm going to see you in Albuquerque if you care. All right, and we're back, y'all. Gotta get the ashy elbows and arms all done, okay, guys? This is the sugar case. It is available on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10. I'm using the glazed donut right now. We got watermelon squeeze and everything up on over there. Get on up over there using the coupon code TK10. All right, so let's go real quick. Before we get into the wine, you guys know I always do, sort of a motivational speech, but it's not going to be that long this time, okay? I just kind of want to motivate, everyone because, we're all going through it, all living paycheck to paycheck. Some of us, not all, but most of us, okay? 99% of us. They say only 1% got money, okay? And so when it comes to, dealing with matters of money, it all has to do with your attitude, okay? And so this is actually inspired by Jasmine here. Okay? And so Jasmine says, Jazzy Faye, Shizzle My Nizzle, says, let me get my wine. Got my mini bottle of red wine. What is this, Cabernet Sauvignon? I ain't been drinking with y'all in a while. Look at it, look at the fruit flies. They was just waiting. Hate them motherfuckers. Let me put this lid up on here. I got to put a coaster on top of the glass. You know what I'm saying? You know how we do it. And keep them away from my, there we go. All right, so if you're going through hard times, remember, according to Jazzy Faye Productions on my nizzle, there is a difference between being poor and being broke. There's a difference. Broke is temporary, and poor is eternal. Which moves us into our first topic of the night, Marlo Hampton. Now, I thought Marlo Hampton was working with Maybach May, the one that's blasting Sweetie right now. Because I could have swore Marlo was allegedly selling coochie. So we got some details today. It's only 2 days old, right, Jasmine? We got matter of fact, hold on. Did I send it to you? Where did I send it to you? You got it right there? So we unveiled some other Real Housewives of Potomac wine on TashaKLive.com on Wednesday. There was an estate sale done by a Potomac wife. And so this Real Housewife of Atlanta is liquidating everything in her Atlanta home today, yesterday, and tomorrow. Okay? Jasmine, I sent you, did I email you the link or what did I do? Get on your mic. Read that for me. Get. So she is liquid, but we need to read it. It says Atlanta Peach, hold on for a second, Atlanta Peach Movers ex Real Housewives of Atlanta, Marlo Hampton presents the Peach pop-up estate and liquidation sale. I thought she put an elevator in her house for that old dude she was messing with. What happened? Why she got to give all her shit away? Huh? And then I like how she put her name on it. Because the other Real Housewife of Potomac, that's on TashaKLive.com, she didn't put her name on it. And then when we figured out whose address it was, because at first it was just the address, and then when they Googled the address, the deed records and stuff like that, then they figured out who the housewife was. But for her, she put a stamp on it. We have to respect that. I'm going to have to call Carlos King about his girl, see what's going on around there. Why is she liquidating everything? What they think it is in the chat? Hard times?
You said everyone is broke now. I feel better.
Not everybody broke. Y'all feel better. What kind of... listen, I just hate, at this moment, I feel like Real Housewives of Atlanta, Bravo, Truly Original, which is the production company that produces the show, has to have some sort of glam fee. The clothes, they gotta have rental boutiques. They paying for the vacation, or could you get a good stylist that know how to style you off of Shein? Can we do that? It's hot in this bitch. I know my AC ain't stopped working, Jasmine. But yeah, can we do that? Because these girls Candy closing up restaurants. Who else? Wendy Osefo is filing alleged fraudulent insurance claims, saying she got robbed. She having a liquidation sale. What is going on? Y'all pray for him, okay? Pray for him. Moving on. She'll be back up. I know she ain't as young as she used to be, and her coochie ain't as young, but she called Maybach Maze. She can get her own, okay? Who's next, Jasmine? Who's moving? Who we moving to? Oh, another Real Housewife of Atlanta that's going through it. Now, this is messy, okay? I actually had to pull out the notes on this because it's just too much to even go over. So you remember when she first premiered on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and there was a guy named Big Papa. And everybody was trying to figure out who Big Papa was. A lot of people thought he was black. Remember? We were like, he got to be a black guy because she only hangs out with black people. You know what I'm saying? But then when we saw her marry Croy, okay, we was like, he white, okay? So maybe she does like white men, okay? And, you know, recently they've been going through, you know, foreclosure, you know, house being up, going into foreclosure. They've saved it, money problems, domestic violence calls over to the house. You know, she's been selling her purses herself online to keep up with the lifestyle. And I was like, how do you have to sell purses to keep up with the lifestyle in Atlanta? Everybody got it. You know? And so just as she is going through a divorce with Croy, homegirl done got pulled up into somebody else's divorce. Apparently, Kim calls the divorce. And so you remember Big Papa? Let me pull up the notes right here. So Big Papa's name is Kyle Mowitz, okay? M-O-W-I-T-Z, okay? And his estranged wife is Jillian Green. It sounds like a Caucasian couple, right? Sounds about Caucasian, right? And so apparently Kim has been recently dragged into a $100 million divorce case between Kyle, Big Papa, not Croy, because she's going through her own divorce with Croy, and her ex. Would she be a side bitch? Huh?
Is she a side bitch?
Is she a side? Okay, she was a mistress? Mm-hmm. Oh, this is Big Papa 2.0. Well, the same thing, anything. Okay? She was a side bitch to Big Papa 2, so this is Big Papa 2.0. Okay, $100 million divorce. Now, Jillian Green has subpoenaed Kim to appear for a deposition, demanding she produce documents related to her financial and personal relationship with Kyle Mowitz, communications, gifts, payments, and loans. I wish I would give somebody some pussy and they give me a loan, like a loan. What? This is a transaction. I give it, you give. That's how it goes. I don't loan you no, I can't get it back if I loan you coochie. She was served the subpoena publicly, reportedly in a parking lot of her son's high school. Ooh, that's nasty. That's nasty. That's nasty work there. In front of the other parents and children. Okay? Now, Kim's legal team is opposing the subpoena motion to quash, okay? Arguing it is unreasonable, oppressive, and intended to annoy and embarrass her. Didn't she brag about being a mistress on TV?
Yep, that's when he said, close your legs and
Close your legs to married men. And then Nene went and Nene said, close your legs to married men when she was dating Big Papa and Big Papa 2.0. And eventually Karma was going to hit her in the ass, and now she's going through her own divorce. And then she's in the middle of somebody else's divorce, and that's going to cost her money too, because she got to pay for them lawyers to represent her in this, okay? Money she ain't got because she's selling purses, Dior purses. And you know it only costs $32 to make a Dior purse now. And she got hers on sale for like $4,000-5,000. And then Nene went down there and got her married man and is in the middle of a case still with that wife, okay? Mm-hmm. Shout out to Nene and Yoni. He likes the Yoni. Now, Jillian's request includes documents such as gifts given or received by Kim from Kyle, any business in which Kyle is connected that made payments to Kim, trips or travel Kim and Kyle took together with expense details, okay? Jillian filings also point out that Kyle and Jillian have substantial wealth. All right. Now, Kyle is said to have around a $100 million trust established around 2020. I would have gave him something too. And he gonna have to pay for my legal fees. Y'all gotta start asking for that in the beginning. Y'all gotta start asking for that shit in the beginning. Okay? Now, if your wife were to find out, are you going to cover my legal fees, or are you gonna have me in court paying for you and your wife like Nene Leakes is doing? Jillian's filings also point out that Kyle and Jillian, hold on, I already read that. Kyle's legal team asserts that Kim's involvement is highly unnecessary. So I gotta give it to him. He's saying that this is unnecessary. Ain't no reason to bring my side bitch, my trip bitch up into this, okay? Now, because any relationship she might have had didn't begin until after Kyle and Jillian were separated. That's interesting. So he's saying he didn't start sleeping with her until after he was separated from the wife, Jillian. Georgia courts are a little different, you know? Just play it. Oh, we shall be following the case. I will be watching for the deposition notes and what they're going to find, because if she got to pay that lady, she lucky she ain't in a state where, you know, she could be sued for sleeping with that lady husband. Because that lady look like she's got it, and she going to use her husband's money to get whatever you got back. In other news, Kim is asking for a psychological evaluation of Kroy, alleging he may suffer from chronic traumatic encephalopathy, how do you say that shit? CTE. Why they always encephalopathy, whatever. I ain't go to school that far. 3 years in the 9th grade. In Real Housewives of Atlanta news, pray for both housewives, okay? Marlo needed that peach. Why did they kick her off anyway? She was good. She was okay. Jasmine said she was okay. I think if she would have showed the sugar daddies. Okay. Who that is, Jasmine? That was Marlo. Oh shit! I was like, what's she doing back up here? Okay. So I thought she was trying to try me, check me. I was like, who gonna check me, boo? Anyway, moving on. Okay, so if you were on TashaKLive.com Wednesday, all right, we unveiled a story that's been going viral, all right? And I love how we unveil stuff and then everybody else want to pick it up. Like, everybody else picked up the Stephon Diggs and pre-story. They just be watching me. And then they say they don't watch us. Anyway, so we're picking up the story of Maybach May and Sweetie, and Maybach May going off on Sweetie, publicly saying she wants the money that she's owed. She's responsible for Sweetie and this new soccer player that she's dating, which means Sweetie is eating off of the soccer player's contract, okay? Now, Maybach May at the bottom, and her husband, I heard her husband is like the brother to some basketball player or football player. All I know is they fly private and everything like that. They got some money. You know what I'm saying? And so she said she balled on Sweetie, took her around to countries she's never been to before. You know what I'm saying? Introduced her to men that she would have never gotten, near. And there is a finder's fee that she needs for introducing them. Okay? And so, Jasmine, we got some pictures of the encounters? Or we didn't put those in there? Those are on TashaKLive.com. What you got to show them real quick? Hold on for a second. No, you ain't got to grab it right now. It's okay. It's okay. But here's the thing. So this is a really quick story because we're just here to give an update. So I did reach out to Maybach Mays, the alleged madam down here. She's right here, okay? And her husband, because I was trying to figure out, I was like, what is a married woman doing taking single women around to meet married men? Or how does, I'm not saying she's taking them around to meet. I'm just saying, well, how does she know that Sweetie is sleeping with married men? I mean, we know that, right? We know we named a couple. All of that is on TashaKLive.com. But how does she know that? Because me as a wife, I don't hang out with women who do stuff like that. So I was just trying to figure out the nature of their relationship, her and her husband, and what type of shit they got going on here. You know what I'm saying? That they got it to fly women around to different countries and introduce them to wealthy and affluent men. And so, I asked her, I got in a DM. I was like, yo, hey, you want to do an interview? She said she can't right now because Sweetie has threatened to sue. Okay, so Sweetie came out and said, hold on for a second, let me get her little reply and everything like that. Sweetie says, because it's been going around that she's an escort. She did date Lil Baby, Quavo, allegedly Offset. Okay, Offset has since denied that. Okay, and then she says the recent allegations made about me are false, defamatory, and deeply disturbing. These claims misrepresent the facts and are solely aimed to damage my reputation. This person never managed me. She was simply introduced to me by family. Her motives are now obvious. I'll let the lawyers take it from here. Okay, and so we reached out to Maybach Mays and we asked her for an interview. Of course, we want to go straight to the horse's mouth. Okay, and she goes, I can't talk right now. She goes, I'm with my lawyer. So I asked her because there's another story floating around. So Sweetie is saying it wasn't like that. Maybach Mays is saying, well, she didn't quite say she wasn't a madam. She just said, I just want my money from Sweet. No, she said she wasn't a madam to Ruby Rose because Ruby Rose is now being she's on the same soccer fields and her and Maybach Mays is connected. And so people are alleging that Ruby Rose is now selling pussy to affluent men. Okay. And so I asked Maybach, she said, no, Ruby Rose is not. And I figured the only reason she's saying no, that Ruby Rose is not is because Ruby is probably up to date on her payments. So she is not going to shit where she eats. She just want her money from Sweetie. She said, I introduced you to that little boy. Pay me. What are the winos saying in the comments? It's Christmas time. They got to get gifts, okay? They got to be showing cars and everything off. All I know is that Maybach said, I need my money back. Now, Jasmine, do you have the other picture? Now, in other news, okay, when it comes to Maybach Mays, interesting enough, now after we said that she's being alleged to have to put the girls in contact with affluent men like Sweetie and, Ruby Rose, she posted this to her story today. Take a look at it. This what Maybach Mays, the alleged madam, posted to her story today. I said, huh. And y'all said it was a troll, right? Remember y'all was like, oh, she trolling. Now the alleged madam is going viral for now being in public with Sweetie, calling out Sweetie for not paying her for these interactions and taking her around the world until she met somebody that is now dating her. I remember seeing a video of Sweetie, and she was in a side room, not a press room, because you know how they have press rooms and stadiums where the ball players and stuff play? She was in a side room, and the players, before they entered the field, entered the room to introduce themselves to her. It was the most disturbing video I had ever seen because she just came in there, hi. Her makeup was patted on, like caked on, baby hairs flipped up, you know what I'm saying? Hi, Sweetie, how you doing? She done had them braces in her mouth forever. Spit lines and everything. How you doing? Hey, hi, Sweetie. Every single player came through there and they was like, yeah, how you doing? Good. You could tell it was meant for her to meet someone that day. But they said no, and so she had to go into the soccer field. And just put up that one picture of Maybach Mays and Sweetie on the soccer field. When she was holding the jersey for the little boy, and you know, she was cheering on her man, and Maybach Mays was behind her like, I need my money, bitch. I need my money. Okay, so that's Maybach Mays. This is the madam, allegedly. This is the soccer player. She's standing behind Sweetie. And then we're going to get the picture of Sweetie. And that was when they met. And you can see Maybach Mays in the back. You can see Sweetie and the soccer player. And she said, I was responsible for that hookup. I need my money, bitch. But y'all said Summer Walker was trolling, remember? You said, Tasha, you just hating. She was trolling. And why would the alleged madam post a picture of this? We know Summer Walker ain't in no places where you meet men like this. Y'all gotta buy their records. Please. Please buy their records, y'all. They wouldn't have to do this. This is high power, high price alleged prostitution. In the good country. I thought we were making America great again. Well, we didn't have to sell Gucci to pay bills. Moving on, guys. After the break, guys, we got Brian McKnight versus Julie McKnight and Jaguar Wire, okay? Brian McKnight took to Instagram last night going off, celebrating and shit, kicking his heels in the air and everything, okay? We're also going to be discussing Nakia Holmes, the ex-owner of the Turkey Leg Hut, okay? And her being recently arrested for harboring a fugitive, okay? And also we're going to be discussing Nicki Minaj versus DeAndre versus some other people. And then we got EJ King, Megan Thee Stallion's ex-stylist, Glorilla's stylist now, versus Tamar Braxton. The stylists are fighting, y'all. All of that more coming up right after the break. We got some sponsors we need to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass to. We'll be right back after the break. Let's go. So, Wino, okay, he being a daddy right now. I was only scheduled to do one, which was A1.
It's coming.
But Ray J popped up after the TMZ tour. Is that you?
This is a big demo that works for that. Shout out to
Is that your baby, your firstborn?
Shout out to Lemmy.
Why you say my firstborn?
I'm on a
because I was told. Hold on for a second. Because I was told by Lyrica there's a new one. Is that? So let me ask you something. Now you were pissed off at me a few years ago about that Summer Buddy thing. So I interviewed Cat Williams' brother yesterday, Steve Williams. Have you ever met Steve Williams before?
I gotta look at him.
He looked just like Cat.
Yeah, I gotta look. I don't recall Cat like having a brother.
There you go.
I can't say that's my nigga, but I've seen him and we all said what's up and party together.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. Ray J, is it true your mama and Brandy don't fuck with you? They swear Brandy can't stand you. They say you ruined the brand. Is mom and dad and sister proud of Ray J?
If they not, I am.
Oh, don't cry, Ray. Don't do that.
I'm here for you as a brother.
Don't cry. Somebody get this man some tissue. He really crying for real.
I think, I don't know what button you touched when you said Brandon.
Oh my God. I did not know. I literally pulled.
All right, let's pause this for a second.
Okay.
Can we stop this?
Yeah,
Can you
yeah,
stop?
we'll pause.
Please.
We'll pause.
Thank you.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.TashaKLive.com.
You are now watching Now That's TV.
Offset documentary, South Confessions, take 1.
Guys, you here with Savage Dog, and I'm gonna take you alongside a ride for a journey of my life.
You was a conventional gangster. You was being nice.
It was a little thin something.
I'm finna turn up like
I didn't just come in this motherfucker just to learn how to beat bitches' ass.
bitches not finna kick me off no network.
Mom!
I don't even know who to call.
You cannot make her want to change.
I hope that this message gets out to the right audience.
All right, and we're back. Be sure to support the sponsors, okay? And y'all better be hitting the wine glass. I hope you guys are enjoying yourself. I was supposed to ask you guys to write me. If you had a question, my email is open, unWineWithTashaK@gmail.com. This is a segment where we answer questions, okay? But I don't have a question, so I'll read it later, all right? So email me. If you have a question about anything personal, whatever, business, email me, unWineWithTashaK@gmail.com, and we'll read it towards the end of the show before we head over to TashaKLive.com for our Nakia Holmes exclusive as well as our Ray J and A1 exclusive, okay? That's going to be premiered tonight on TashaKLive.com, all right? Now, Brian McKnight. I'm doing like Jaguar right now. So last night in the wee hours of the night, Brian McKnight went live in the dark on a farm with a cigar, okay? Gloating about winning a lawsuit against his ex-wife, Julie McKnight, whom we interviewed, okay? About a book that he's, I guess, was upset about. I didn't see why he was upset about the book because she said she really didn't mention him, okay? But, you know, it's been quite the family affair on social media with the sons and, you know, Brian and him, to me, seeming like he's dissing his own kids for no reason at all. And then they're having to come on social media and defend themselves. Julie has actually been quite quiet, so she decided to just monetize it and put it in a book. We did interview her. I believe that interview that is called Mama Bear. Please pick it up on Amazon. And I'm sure after this whole story goes viral, we get it going. I'm sure her book sales will see an increase because he's obviously pissed about this book, I guess allegedly, because I haven't read it. I just interviewed her. So y'all got to tell me what it's about. Painting him as an absent father or somehow that he abandoned his kids. And I do want to state, Julie, I'm sorry that I have to do this because he did go live. And I hate to, you know, aid in someone's grief because, you know, their son died on this day, actually yesterday, last year on this day. And he decided to go live to gloat about winning a lawsuit against his ex-wife, a lawsuit that no one knew about, not even me. And I'm going to tell you more about why we don't know about it after you watch this video. Watch this punk ass nigga, and I don't give a damn what he got to say. Sue me for calling you a punk. Let's go.
It's been a long journey getting to this day, October 16th, 2025. But we are here in the English countryside, about an hour and a half outside of London, and the verdict is in. We've been quiet, listening to liars continue to lie and keeping to ourselves, living and loving our life, as we said, leaving everything in God's hands and letting our lawyer do the talking. But according to the courts, trying to ruin my name and trying to bring harm to my family in a book filled with lies equals $8.8 million. And this is just the beginning, because anyone and everyone that helped promote these lies will hear from my lawyer in the days to come. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Now, from my voicemail is the voice of a liar.
Do not text Nico again. Do not call Nico again. Leilani, if you are also checking these messages, that goes for you as well. I am very serious about this. I am very serious about this. Do not text him, period. Period. Please understand that. And Brian, you know me. You know me. And you know that I mean what I'm saying to you.
That really rubbed me the wrong way because, you know, and I want to correct some information that I just put out. He didn't post it on the day that the son died. He posted it on the deceased son's birthday. And so this was a jab at the mom. And so this lawsuit where he claims that he won $8.8 million and the verdict is in and he's excited. He's in London at the countryside and, you know, no weapon formed to me shall prosper because, you know, they hit his pockets. I ain't gonna lie. He was losing gigs in the U.S., but having to post in the U.K. and other places like that, he's still singing the same damn songs. Same damn songs. Y'all gotta watch that interview with Miss Julie because it was messy. And I like that she was real about herself too. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just all about him or all about the kids. It was about her life as well too. And I do appreciate that. If we have to rerun it as a throwback, we can. But it is a very, very interesting interview, and I felt like she was fair. I felt like she wasn't trying to bash him at all. Now, I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, and obviously that recording is out of context, because to me it sounds like she's saying stop calling, because if you would have saw, and I don't know if y'all remember the way he was coming at his kids and naming the kids that he has now with the Asian wife, the same names as he already named his kids with her, as if he's trying to erase history. And she came on the show to explain to us what happened and why the kids don't fuck with him and why he's upset. It's really petty. It's nothing, I feel, that warrants social media slander or anything like that. It just felt like some, you know, deadbeat daddy problems, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But here's the thing. So he obviously pissed the boys off, and we've reached out to the boys, Brian McKnight Jr., for an interview. And, you know, he since declined because he was like, I just don't want to be a part of what my parents got going on. But he is so pissed at Brian uploading this video, and Brian cut the comments off on that video. He cut the comments off on that video on his page because he could not take y'all dragging his ass. He could not take it. I don't think he understands who his audience is. Like, the same woman you dragging, the same woman you're trying to replace in the people's eyes, these are the same women that buy your records, that come to your concerts. You don't get to do that and just replace that woman with another woman and then slander her in the process. No, you don't get to do that. So I can see why y'all was dragging him, why you guys are canceling shows and not buying tickets and stuff like that. Like, but for the son to have to jump in it, hear what he got to say. I like how he taking up for his mama.
I've tried, man. I've tried really, really hard. Mm-hmm. To not touch on it. To let it go. To be the bigger person. To be mature. To be something. But the shit going on with my dad right now, man. If y'all aren't seeing what's happening, if y'all aren't seeing the fact that this is just a very hurt and a very emotionally unavailable and not intelligent person, the person that is still have not been able to handle the death of his own mother.
Damn!
The things that we're seeing him go through right now. To decide to make certain posts on my late brother's birthday. Say what you want, dog. But the gloves are off for me, just to keep it real. And there's... and the thing about it is just like, I get it, man. You know, our parents, they're humans too. They've gone through things too. Whatever the grievances they have against each other, whatever. My issue is, though, man, you don't want me to start talking about the things that I had to deal with in my childhood, the things that I will take to my grave, the things that my brother took to his grave, that we could put out there, the things that we could say as a son, as a teenager, as a 15-year-old that my brother was when we started touring, the things that we went through together, the things that we actually saw, the things that we actually lived with and dealt with because our dad wasn't emotionally intelligent enough nor mature enough to actually be a father. You don't want that. And without even getting too deep, man, it's like to do it on my brother's late birthday, my baby brother's heavenly birthday, his first heavenly birthday. This is the post you decide to make? That's not petty? You don't think people are going to realize that that's ridiculous? And that it's obviously strategic? Who are you trying to hurt if it's not me and my mother and our family? Who are you trying to hurt? Who are you trying to hurt, man? Which has always been my issue. Which is why way back when that started all this, I made the post that I made because I knew that this was the only thing that would get you, man. Maybe that was my fault. I've taken accountability for it. But it's become obviously clear, and maybe not even just me, and I'm hoping to the masses that we're dealing with someone that has unchecked trauma that they're not dealing with. And to everybody else, man, you know, use us as an example for the fact that it's like, don't believe everything you see in the media either. There are multiple sides of a story. There are multiple sides of it. You know what I mean? Because you love this nigga's music, because you think you know this motherfucker, you don't. I do.
You supposed to bleep him.
My mama does. My dead bro, God rest his fucking soul, knows him. Who you gonna believe, man? This shit's stupid. It's petty. I hate it. I hate talking about it. I hate being a part of it. It's such a shame. We watched the Jonas Brothers and their families touring the world together. Should have been us. The problem was, my dad didn't want to do it. He just wanted to fuck bitches.
Oh!
So in closing, man, just to keep it real. This isn't the last. So in closing, man, just to keep it real. This isn't the last time I'm going to talk about this, because I've realized that maybe it's time for me to start talking about this kind of stuff. Maybe it's time for me to start not airing shit out, but being vulnerable enough and open enough as someone that has lived an insane life. I'm going to start talking about these things, man. It's unfortunate that we're going through this with my father. It's unfortunate that y'all are watching my father and my mother duke it out publicly. But what I can assure you is, though, the truth will be revealed. You'll feel it. You'll know it to be true. If you actually have a heart, if you actually have a soul, and you at the very least try, you'll see the truth.
See, you don't mess with boys and you don't mess with boys' mamas. Lamine be fucking up Shaq. If he even see my husband, if he see his daddy kissing me on the cheek, he be like, hey, what you doing? Julie ain't got to worry about it. And I love how Julie just ignored it. You know, like she's been ignoring it. Julie didn't even want to talk to me until her book was done. She was like, I want this done in a tasteful way. I don't want to come out responding to him because that's what he wants. He wants a reaction. You know, he wants to be seen as like this good guy. He hates how he's a narcissist. He wants the narrative to be, and in his favor. And I felt like, I don't know, when he made that video in the car, I felt like he was throwing shots at me. For anybody that published these lies in the book or helped promote it, my lawyers is coming after you for what? Brother, you still ain't found Jaguar right. The last I checked, you asked the court to put a ad in the paper to let Jaguar Wright know because you cannot serve her because she's homeless, man. Like, we could have told you that. Fuck. Imagine you using God's money that you could be paying to your church and paying tithes with to chase down a homeless schizophrenic. Don't play with me. Oh, my God. He's sitting up like he big dog with a Cuban cigar, like he got millions of dollars of shit. And you on YouTube watching what? Jaguar? And you want to use the court because you got more money than everybody you chasing. I need some water. To bully. I need some water, Shake. Shit went down the wrong pipe. The bully folks. Respect that. I'm glad his son was like, talk to me. It's man to man now. Man got on live bullying his own damn daughter. His daughter ain't even said nothing. She entering college. Y'all remember that? Thank you, baby. Now, I'm going to tell you this here. According to the 8.8 million, we could not verify that. And this is strange, okay? If you win that type of judgment, you wouldn't have to go live to tell us about it at all. it would automatically show up. We didn't even know that he filed a lawsuit against Julie. We knew about Jaguar Wright. He announced that. That was easy fine, right? But we didn't know about Julie. We didn't know that you were suing your ex-wife. And so when we looked in the county where this case is supposed to be, nothing. There was no jury trial. We can't find nothing. I had 3 people on it today. TMZ ain't even got the shit. So what does that tell you? Something ain't adding up. Talking about the courts, we got the verdict in. If we got the verdict in, we would have saw you coming out of court. Don't you go to trial to get a verdict? Or did you get a default judgment? Since you can't find people to serve them, you're the only person I know running around here trying to sue Jaguar Wright. What? She at the Motel 6? Go knock on each door and find out which one she in. Oh my God. Did y'all email me a question? Like I said, they probably didn't. You know, they was like, Tasha, we ain't got no. They did not email me no questions, bitch. We don't need no advice. We don't need no damn advice. I appreciate that anyway. Who next, Jasmine? Let's take a break. After the break, we got Nicki Minaj, Tamar, and the Stylist, okay? The Stylists are fighting. They fighting, y'all, okay? This is part 2. We got some sponsors we need to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass to. We'll be right back after the break. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, okay? Don't make me run these ads twice. Let's go.
Government shutdown is here, and it is already impacting federal workers, and it's going to impact you too. Essential workers like TSA, FBI agents, military, they're going to continue to work and eventually be paid when a deal gets worked out. The non-essential workers, like unfortunately some of my friends that work for the Department of Justice, have been furloughed, meaning they're not going to get paid from now until a deal is reached in Congress, and that's money they can never make back. And for the rest of us, what does that mean? It means delays. I already have court cases that are being continued and delayed because the government is a party. There's just gonna be delays throughout the federal government. And to the people that are not receiving paychecks, of course you can give me a call. I'm easy to get in touch with. Phone number is 954-637-0000.
Remember I was telling y'all about the lubricant? Y'all hear in all my videos, the lube that I always use. This is it right here. It's Wet Kitty. This is what it look like. Wet Kitty, Wet Kitty, Wet Kitty. If you're having vaginal dryness, she got you. Wet Kitty is that girl. It mimics the vaginal fluids. It is odorless, colorless, tasteless. It does not cause vaginitis. It does not dry up and get sticky. Again, it's that girl. Officiallypleasure.com. And yes, I recommend this to my patients. I recommend this to all the girls.
Farm to School Conference located in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It starts December 1st through 4th, and it's going to have over 1,500 educators, parents, chefs, and things like that are implementing changes right now in our children's nutrition at the schools, meaning healthier school lunches. I'm excited to meet Ron Finley, the gangster gardener. I've been following him for years. He's going to be this year's keynote speaker, and I want to let you know that tickets are on sale and they're going fast. And so listen, if you care like I care and you are tired of having to pack lunches every day, especially if we're tax-paying citizens, then put your money where your mouth is and be in Albuquerque, New Mexico, December 1st through December 4th. Get your tickets now before they're sold out, okay? Decision makers are going to be at this conference implementing changes in schools across America. So don't wait. Grab your ticket right now at farmtoschool.org/conference. Use my coupon code TashaK25 to get 25% off your ticket. Winos, I'm going to see you in Albuquerque if you care. All right, and we're back, guys. Don't forget to show some love to the sponsors, all right? Stick around for the gossip shop to see what we got on sale and stuff like that. All right, so real quick, on Wednesday, we unveiled Nicki Minaj allegedly accusing, well, we're not going to say allegedly, she did, okay, accused her former stylist, DeAndre Tristan, of stealing thousands of dollars from her Amex card. So, of course, she heard about it, you know, from another person. The world heard about it, okay? And so, obviously, she went, if you were to put the timeline together, she went to looking. And then, of course, according to her, you know, she DM'd me and told me that the first person she had found was DeAndre Tristan. And she said DeAndre Tristan equals thief, okay? And we put the receipts out on that because Homeboy sent a cease and desist. And I was like, why are we sending a cease and desist here, Barbara? We just report the news, okay? You need to take it up with your ex-employer, okay? She's the one that said she filed a report on you. I don't even know you. Never heard of him before until that day, okay? So I don't have anything maliciously against you to defame you, okay? And then we pulled a background report. We actually talked to another ex-boss of yours who said that you worked for her in Georgetown and said that you were stealing as well. Now, here's where things get interesting, okay? And so I know you guys see me arguing with Ra Ali online. It's because Ra Ali is no longer friends with Nicki and got upset that I was able to receive information with a blog with less followers than hers because my followers are real. We don't buy bots, okay? We got so many silent watchers. If you see the impressions we get, oh my God, almost 60 million a month, okay? With 666,000 just on Instagram alone, okay? That's not including all the other platforms. But she got 1 million. And so if you got 1 million and this is your best friend, you put a knot on somebody's head for this, for her, why wouldn't she send you the news? Why? So you had to post the ops news. So you didn't even know that she had beef with DeAndre. And you're supposed to be her friend, her bodyguard. You big, wide. Y'all know I got to be good on YouTube. They strict over here, okay? That's what we take it to TashaKLive.com for, and that's what we take it to X for. Y'all need to be on X, okay, where it goes down, all right? Now, so, of course, DeAndre hit back and said he denies everything. And we also got a tip that he allegedly stole from Tamar Braxton. And so apparently there was some jewelry missing. Well, we reached out to Tamar. We actually didn't physically reach out. We didn't. We hosted an X, Spaces on X. And, man, it was thick over there that night, okay? And I woke up to Tamar in my DM. And this is what Tamar had to say about DeAndre, okay, which is interesting, all right? So let me go ahead and show you some things here, okay? So let me pull up my little DMs, all right? And so Tamar made it very clear that she wanted this information out because she sent shots at another stylist, okay? Right after DeAndre was getting dragged across social media, and he is upset with me. Put DeAndre back up for a second because I just don't understand why DeAndre is upset with me, saying that I defamed him. When it's your employer that said you stole, not me, because you can steal shit from me, so I don't know, right? But my thing is, it's like you being mad at the mailman for him delivering you bills. That's what it's given. Every time they go to holler, cease and desist, right? I'm just a messenger, AKA short for messy. You want to go holler, I'm suing! Call the lawyers! I said, sir, I'm just delivering the bill. Don't bring me these bills. Bring me a check. And so you waiting on that publisher's clearinghouse check every week and it never show up, okay? And so I get it. I mean, as a stylist, this is how he makes his money. He wants to be trusted. He has to go pull clothes and things like that. So I get how this could be damaging to his, his credibility and his brand. But as long as he got a black woman around that's trying to get famous, they're going to give it to him. They might as well give it to him on a gift card. And not an Amex, but they're going to give it to him, okay? And so Tamar reached out to us. We didn't even get a chance to DM Tamar. We just sent, I guess maybe y'all DM'd her because she's talking about, I don't know how I got in this. You know what I'm saying? Hold on for a second. Because, Tamar keeps her little gay boy on the side, okay? Mm-hmm. So Tamar said, that DeAndre shit is a lie, FYI. This is what Tamar said on behalf of DeAndre. She said, I have trusted him with cash, and he has my credit card on file for years. So he is keeping cards on file. Well, damn. Okay? I don't know how my name came up, but he's never stolen from me. As a matter of fact, he's one of the stylists that don't steal. However, somebody look to your neighbor and say, however. Look to your neighbor and say, however. Tamar is going to get messy now. She a Pisces, like me. She goes, however, Teddy, however. Now, EJ is a whole nother story. What Tamar said, okay? So EJ got shot. Bow, 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 bow. Next thing you know, EJ in my DM, and he in the comments talking about he's suing. Who are you suing, EJ? Who are you suing? Because I had to show him the text messages on her time. I was like, y'all gonna leave me out of this. I just deliver the news, okay? So of course, I said, Lord. I responded to Tamar. I said, Lord. Now we got 2 eyewitnesses that said he steals, okay? We got Nicki Minaj and we got his ex-boss who we interviewed on Wednesday, okay? Plus his criminal record. I will be sure to drop this, but yes, I heard about EJ too. That's for another story, okay? Now, EJ is in the comments, and EJ says, hold on, let me pull it up. They are fighting over who got the credit card, okay? So EJ says, LOL, I didn't even work for her. This is getting out of hand. I guess I will be suing next. Thank ya. Everybody just suing these days. I guess they're going to use their clients' credit cards to sue. So that was his response to Tamar, not to me, to Tamar. Because Tamar sure did switch it around and said, it's not DeAndre, it's EJ, bitch. She flipped that shit. And so EJ. So me and EJ in the DM now. Now I said, EJ, I did hear. First of all, we did take up for EJ one time because Megan Thee Stallion did owe him like $80,000. And I believe Jason Lee had threatened to put that information out. I'm sorry, Jason P. had threatened to put that information out, and so he got a check immediately, okay? And so he was styling Megan Thee Stallion. Let me show their skirts and shit like that. So I know this wasn't expensive. There ain't no damn material on here, okay? So we pulled up in EJ DM. I said, hey, EJ, and I sent him the text messages between, me and Tamar. I'm being messy, bitch. What you talking about? Ain't nobody finna say I done made up a goddamn lie. I ain't got time for that, okay? And so I said, now, EJ, now I was told DeAndre, but I said the N-word. I said, I was told the nigga was stealing her jewelry and bags, is what I said, okay? And so I also said apparently she made a side deal saying she wouldn't say anything if he styled her for free. Now hold that thought, because I'm going to tell you where I got that from, okay? So EJ comes back and says this, okay? Hold on.
Tasha, the crazy thing is, as much as I stay out of people's mess and drama, Tamar is delusional. First of all, never worked with Nicki, never did anything of the sort, and I can give a fuck about what anybody got to say. Even listening to y'all.
Hold on. My thing shut off. Okay.
Chat room conversation and the bitch who spoke on me about this whole thing about not being law and all that. I can give two shits.
So we was on X the other night. Y'all need to be on X, okay? All 5,000 or 6,000 of y'all watching need to subscribe your ass to X if you ain't over there, okay? Because he was on everybody was in that X, okay? Even Nicki was in that X because she went live right after it because they was dragging Ski Wiggins, okay? So
tell you the truth about it. Even when you said that somebody told you about Tiana saying that I had never styled her, never was true. Now, me and Tiana being my sister and being my sister for so many years, we have our own inside jokes on us talking about styling, but I can give a fuck to even defend that. I just do not give a fuck. But to parade and to keep going or to say that I was anybody's thief, definitely it's not going to work for me. So you can let Tamar know and anybody else know that if that continues or spreads, then the little money that she do got left, that will be taken by anybody else, because I don't mind fighting the battles.
I said noted. That was my next man. I said noted, and then he came back.
And if that delusional bitch wants to tell the truth or wants me to tell the truth on what she's alluding to, I will gladly tell the truth on what she's alluding to. Tamar got me fucked up. That's the bitch that lose every friend, everybody in their life. She don't never hold on to the same group of people because that bitch is weird. And I'm not playing with Tamar or anybody else that has to say anything in the regard of the defamation of character. I will literally give her what she wants.
Tamar gotta stop pissing off these gay boys, okay? Last one down here was funky down even dragging her ass. That's why my gay best friend is Jasmine. You know? Anyway, so, I responded to him and I said, and then he comes with the same stuff I'm telling y'all. And then he was like, I'm not in the space to let anybody play on my name after past shit. I'm just not. I don't bother nobody. I don't talk to nobody. I haven't spoken about Tamar in years. And for me, she got me effed up. But that's not something I'm just going to stay silent because she's been saying it for too long. So obviously she's been saying this because he was like, because she's been saying it for too long. Now, to Tamar's defense, okay, I was not there. This is alleged. According to EJ's I heard that EJ used to consign Tamar's clothes. So basically, if somebody needed an outfit, he was like, you can get in Tamar's closet, and he would rent her clothes out, and she wouldn't know about it. Well, obviously she does know about it because she keeps saying he was stealing. So I don't know. This is what I heard. Allegedly, everything's allegedly, even my name's allegedly in this bitch, okay? Ain't nobody got no money for none of them at all. I can't even afford the clothes they be buying. Shit, what are you talking about? Now, back to Tamar and DeAndre. I was told by Hollywood. I know Hollywood. Shout out to Hollywood. He is the stylist. He's the stylist that the boys be trying to be like. He worked with all the football players, okay? He was Shannon Sharp's lover. Allegedly. So Hollywood jumped in my DM and was like, listen. Hollywood said, hey, T, not that they all steal because your boy don't. That's exactly why I style pro athletes, because they will buy their style and what they want, okay? And they tip you real good, is what Hollywood says, all right? I told him she was going to find out. Hollywood says he told DeAndre that she was going to find out. He says he was the one that stole from Tamar as well. Bring DeAndre back. We got DeAndre in the building. DeAndre with the cease and desist. Is he in the building? Because this your friend. This your stylist friend. This the third person that done said you stealing. So we got Nicki Minaj, we got your ex-boss, now we got your co-worker. He says he was the one that stole from Tamar as well. If you remember, that time, it was a stylist that was stealing from Tamar. It was him. I said, so DeAndre stole from Tamar. I asked him. He said, yes. Okay? I said, what did he steal from Tamar? Bags. I said, Lord, give me some. Shoot me a bag or two. I still got an H&M bag, bitch. He said they better get like me and have their clients go with them to the stores. I'm this stylist. They come with me to get what they need because I'm not taking anyone's card to go shopping. He said, you come or you give me your cash, or I use my card and I show you what I spent. So DeAndre, your friend say you stealing? Allegedly. I wasn't there. But apparently also, hold on. Oh, no, we don't want no NBA young boy here. Wait a minute. Hold on. Shit. I always keep I got another little tip to add on that real quick. Hold on. So let me make sure, because these are not my words. Okay. All right. He apparently has an NDA with Tamar. DeAndre, and the reason Tamar came out to say that he's not stealing is because she caught him stealing, and in order to not say anything, basically, he has to style her for free now. So I never reached out to Tamar yet. I was going to do it. But she jumped in my DM. So obviously she heard about it. I don't know if y'all DM'd her or what, but she came into his defense. And I was told by Hollywood that they have an NDA. It's because she did catch him stealing. And the deal now is that DeAndre has to style her for free. Bottom line is, all of the stylists are great at what they do. Just keep your card with you and go to the store with them. Hell, I may even buy an extra fry, an extra Chick-fil-A sandwich if I got your shit. Put some gas in my car. Give me your car and see what happens. Give me your car and see what happens. They agreeing? Y'all agree? Winos? Don't give me your card. I'm going to buy one meal for you and one for me. So, and I don't think this is going to hurt DeAndre's reputation or anything, because obviously his page, I mean, he's a 3-time Emmy winner. You know, he knows what he's doing. But I just feel like, you know, in order to keep allegations like this off you, just don't give me your card. So that way, if it ever comes up again in the future, this client can come out and say, listen, just like Tamar came to your defense, he doesn't take my card. You know, he shows me the receipts and I pay him back like Hollywood. So, you know. But your own friend said, you did it. Mm-hmm. Sue him. Anyway. So we are still waiting on other names from Miss Minaj. When the reports get filed, I will keep you updated on that. In the meantime, guys, we got Nakia Holmes from the Turkey Leg Hut, okay? And so listen, this story is so graphic. It is very sad. I'm not going to be able to compose myself doing this story. And so we are going to do this story on TashaKLive.com. So we're going to do a short live on Nakia and all the receipts and the videos and footage and arrest records and everything that we have, okay? And then we're also, like I said, this story is probably going to make me tear up. And then also after we unveil this exclusive, okay? Because we told them months ago. I told her, and I'll tell you everything. We're going to proceed with the Ray J and A1 interview that is going to premiere tonight at what time? What time is Ray J premiering? 10 Eastern? 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? In 2 hours, all right? So make sure you're on TashaKLive.com. Don't forget, guys, we are sponsored in part by Officially Pleasured, all right? If you got dry kitties, as they should be dry, they only should be wet when you're stimulated, but if you're having trouble getting stimulated, or if your man wants some, whether you're a man or woman, at the drop of a dime, these are highly recommended by GYNs and nurse practitioners, okay? These are hyperallergenic. They are tasteless, odorless, very, very gooey. They have creamy and clear. Just visit officiallypleasure.com. Don't be around here trying to act like, oh, could you just get wet on a dime, okay? Especially if you ain't in the mood and stuff like that. But this will keep it wet all the time, okay? I'm just real like that, okay? I'm just real. You ain't finna rub my walls. I'm gonna burn them, carpet. All right, and don't forget, guys, listen, the CMOS drops are our highest selling product on shoptkdeals.com. The company is ecstatic, okay, that you love this particular product, because you know CMOS is very funky. Okay, it's hard to make. It's hard to source as well too. We got a lot of people that make it at home and then they sell it, but then it only lasts 2 weeks. This lasts 2 years and it's very potent and very strong. 97% of the vitamins and minerals, okay, that our body is made out of, okay, and then it has added spirulina. Spirulina is so potent that it has 100% of the vitamins and minerals that our body is made out of, and it can act as a meal replacement. So a lot of people that actually take the CMOS drops, whether it's mango or pineapple, because it is plant-based and it's nice to have a plant-based extracted vitamin, and it's not all synthetic, because you know a lot of plants and you know a lot of vitamins and herbs and stuff are synthetically made. This is not, okay, but it is processed so that you get the actual components that your body needs, because our bodies are like trees, right? So which means if the soil doesn't have everything that it's made out of, guess what? The leaves will die, but the stem may stay strong, but you may get a little arthritis in this hand, you may get some gout, you may get some any issues going on but instead feed your body what it needs the same way we got time to feed it what it doesn't need. This takes 2 seconds, drops in the water, okay? ShopTKDeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10 to get 10% off your first order, okay? And also, guys, I keep me some vitamin D3, okay? The reason being is because I personally had severely low vitamin D3 levels at 37 years old when I was pregnant with my son. He was taking all of my nutrients from me. I was on a walker, okay? I had bone pain. They was cracking and everything like that. Hyperthyroidism, you name it, okay? Body was severely deficient in vitamin D3, all right? My doctor prescribed me 50,000 IUs to catch me up. We have 10,000 liquid IUs. I was actually on a pill, and it took 3 months for my vitamin D levels to restore. It did, but guess what? It took 3 months for the pain to go away in my joints as well, too. That was led due to a vitamin D3 deficiency, okay? And a lot of practitioners will tell you if you do your research. A lot of the times when you have arthritis or tendonitis and any of those bone issues and stuff coming up, it's because we are vitamin D deficient, especially during the winter months. And so you need to be stacked up on this because there's not a lot of sun, or we're not outside all the time simply because it's cold, okay? Or, you know, the weather is just not permitting. And so you do have to, in my opinion, supplement. Please talk to your doctor, all right, before you supplement with anything. But, you know, this was something that my doctor gave me. I had to pay for it through prescription. It was a lot more expensive, and it was a gel cap, and it took a lot longer for my body to process it, but this is actually liquid form. My doctor did approve this one. Shout out to Dr. Kazim at Elk Medical in Brooklyn, New York, okay, who got your girl back healthy, because I was literally falling off at one point. Somebody had put some witchcraft on me. Okay, but my blood work is amazing now. Okay, and so thanks to this, I don't go a day without this. And so I do get vitamin D3 from my sea moss. All right, and I also get it from my vitamin D3. I take this 3 times a week. All right, and I also get the sea moss as well, which is it has vitamin D3 in here as well, okay? And on top of that, we also have the soursop and sea moss drops that has black seed oil soursop, and soursop is anti-cancer, anti-diabetes, all of that, okay? A lot of the people from the islands have used this particular herb and plant for years, for centuries, okay? They boil it, they extract it, they eat it, you know what I'm saying? And so this particular company has managed to put it in a bottle, make it very potent, okay? And so you get it. It has a lot of reviews on our site, shoptkdeals.com, stating its benefits and things like that. Take advantage of it. You can either do the soursop and sea moss and black seed oil, or you can do this sea moss, okay? And then we got a few other sea mosses that's going to be joining the line here soon. Sea moss detox, sea moss energy, sea moss skin, all of this and more coming up. So they are just ecstatic at how you guys are just loving their products, and so they're making more specifically for you, okay? Use the coupon code TK10, get 10% off your first order, guys. And don't forget, guys, we also have the sugar case oils, all right, that are on the site. You can order them directly through us, which means if you guys are having issues with shipping or anything like that, you talk directly to TK Deals, not Sugar Case, and we will ensure that your orders get expedited. This is a really, really good product. Smells like candy. You can put it all over your body. I'm telling you, my husband was shocked. I put it down there one day. He was like, "You taste like pineapple." I said, "I know, baby." Okay, it goes everywhere. I put it on after the shower. I don't put it inside. That's when you start to get BV and infections like that. Just put it on the outside, and when they licking and carrying on like that, very organic, naturally extracted, it tastes good, okay? And then if you pop some of this officially pleasured in on top, on the inside, you get it right on going, okay? And every time your husband eat pineapple or Krispy Kreme, he gonna think about you, okay? He's going to think about you. And don't forget, guys, I'm almost out of mine. Jason, can you give me another bottle? I got 4 mushrooms left, okay? Now, I keep me some mushrooms, whether it's in gummy form or whether it's in powder form, okay? The T cell and NK cell, because this is for high T cell count therapy, all right? So, which means it keeps your T cells high. They've used mushrooms in HIV meds and meds like this to keep your T cells high, so it fights off cells or just things that are trying to invade your body and take over, okay? And so HPV, herpes, all of that stuff, all right? And so I'm almost out. I'm trying to save these 4 right here, so y'all see it's a real bottle, but I actually take these. I'm gonna save these until my next bottle come in. I got to order mine too, but they're on shoptkdeals.com. The Mushroom Extract Complex. Use the coupon code TK10 to get 10% off your first order, okay? And with that being said, guys, we're about to head over to TashaKLive.com for the Ray J interview. But first, we're going to go over the Turkey Leg Hut story. Very, very sad story. Viewer discretion is advised. Thank you to everybody that's new over here. Thank you to all the OGs over here. Thank you for being motherfucking diehard winos, bitch. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to Teddy. Shout out to my entire team who work endlessly. Guys, don't forget, guys, we are hiring, all right? We're also taking tips. So if you've got tips on your favorite celebrities or anything you want to tell us, please hit us on our tip line, 323-405-WINO, 323-405-WINO. Guys, if you want to advertise, hit us at unWineWithTashaK@gmail.com, okay? That is unWineWithTashaK@gmail.com. Casting calls at tkcast.com. That is tkcast.com. If you want to supplement some income, we'll tell you about that later, so stay tuned for the end of the video. If you're out of a job or maybe you just want to make extra money, you guys can actually share these products. We actually have winos that are making money now, sharing and selling the same products that we are offering on shoptkdeals.com with 30% commissions, okay? And they are getting their checks and they are happy, all right? And so stay tuned for the end of the video for information on that. Let me make sure, we'll be back Monday. We will be back Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, okay? And I think that's it. Do You Like Me? The dating show is on TashaKLive.com. So if you're wondering where it is over there, because once it's done over there, it's going to be licensed and it'll be, on, other streaming platforms and stuff like that. So we cannot put it on YouTube. Oh, and don't forget, guys, the season finale for Shoot Your Shot is on November 20th, okay? November 20th on TashaKLive.com at 7 p.m. Shoot Your Shot, okay? So all the contestants that won over the season will be performing on TashaKLive.com at 7 p.m. November 20th. I love you guys. Don't forget to follow me everywhere. And don't forget, guys, we are hiring for social media content creators. If you have experience running Instagram pages, TikTok pages, X pages, and stuff like that, we are hiring, okay? It is an intern position. It is a paid intern position that will turn into a full-time position if you do great, okay? And so, happy to have you, happy to work with you. It is open, and so I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support, all right? We're going to go ahead and take you home with these ads, and we'll see you on TashaKLive.com at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? So make sure you subscribe to get the motherfucking wine. Now we gotta go, bitch. Bye! So, winos. Okay, good. He being a daddy right now. I was only scheduled to do one, which was A1.
It's coming.
But Ray J popped up after the TMZ tour. Is that you?
This is a big demo that works for that. Shout out to
Is that your baby, your firstborn?
Shout out to Lemmy.
Why you say my firstborn?
I'm on a
because I was told. Hold on for a second. Because I was told by Lyrica there's a new one. Is that? So let me ask you something. Now, you were pissed off at me a few years ago about that Summer Buddy thing. So I interviewed Cat Williams' brother yesterday, Steve Williams. Have you ever met Steve Williams before?
I gotta look at him.
He looked just like Cat.
Yeah, I gotta look. I don't recall Cat like having a brother.
There you go.
I can't say that's my nigga, but I've seen him and we all said what's up and party together.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. Ray J, is it true your mama and Brandy don't fuck with you? They swear Brandy can't stand you. They say you ruined the brand. Is mom and dad and sister proud of Ray J?
If they not, I am.
Oh, don't cry, Ray. Don't do that.
I'm here for you as a brother.
Don't cry. Somebody get this man some tissue. He really crying for real.
I think, I don't know what button you touched when you said Brandon.
Oh my God. I did not know. I literally pulled.
All right, let's pause this for a second.
Okay.
Can we stop this?
Yeah, we'll pause. We'll pause.
Thank you.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.TashaKLive.com.
You are now watching Now That's TV.
Offset documentary, South Confessions, take 1.
Guys, you're here with Savage Dog, and I'm gonna take you alongside a ride for a journey of my life.
You was a conventional gangster. You was being nice.
He was a little thin something.
I'm finna turn up like
I didn't just come in this motherfucker just to learn how to beat bitches ass.
bitches not finna kick me off no network.
Mom!
I don't even know who to call.
You cannot make her want to change.
I hope that this message gets out to the right audience.
All right, winos, after months of planning and negotiating, I am excited to announce that ShopTKDeals.com is now extended to you. If you are a creator like myself, or maybe you're just a stay-at-home mom, or maybe you're just someone that just wants to make passive income as well as main income, ShopTKDeals.com now offers that invitation to you. So which means you can become an affiliate partner and make anywhere from 30 to 40% on each sale that you make on ShopTKDeals.com, okay? And so listen, I'm excited to work with you guys. I'm excited to train you guys. Not only will I be training you, we'll be hosting webinars, sales calls, and all that to make sure that we're all successful and we keep all of these brands happy. So I want you guys to stop what you're doing now. Go on over to the website, ShopTKDeals.com, hit join my sales team, and I will see you guys on our sales call, okay?